Happy Good Friday. Happy Easter. Excited to be with you here. I'm going to do a quick recap of my trading week. And the reason I'm doing these is to prove a point, right? I get a lot of people that say, I want to learn how to trade, but I don't have any monies to do it. And you truly may not have the money, which is sucks nowadays when we have so many resources and ways to make money from having an online business to just there's tons of ways to make money and it really stinks. Some people think they have to have a lot of money to trade, and I'm going to debunk that right now, and I'm going to show you why you don't have to have a lot of money to trade. Now you do have to learn how to trade, and there's a small the education platform that I'm tied into has a very affordable monthly tuition. So if you're a mom or a dad, your family, you can subscribe to and have one account for the entire family. So you and mom and dad and all the kids can all use one account to learn how to trade. I highly recommend you do that because once you learn to trade a skilling, once you learn the skill of trading, you can't unlearn it. Right? Very cool. Now there's a lot of platforms out there. Some of them are really weird platforms that you've got to be a membership of, and they promise these quick returns. The information I'm going to show you is based on my skill with some help from some of our educators, and the community that we have is absolutely phenomenal. I want to show this with you. I'm going to do a recap here. If you don't know me, my name is Forrest Knight. I'm a social media marketing strategist. Primarily, I love helping people make money. I started learning how to trade here about 6 or 7 months ago, I think, and it's been the most fun thing I've ever done in 59 years of being alive. Absolutely blessed to have it brought into my life. If you ever have any questions, my phone number should be scrolling across the bottom. It should be in the description somewhere around here as well. Feel free to reach out to me. Shoot me a text message if you have any questions. Think about learning how to trade. Let's connect. I'll walk you through the platform. I'll show you how easy it is to go in and do this. Again, it does take work. If you're an absolute novice and you say, oh, I tried Forex trading before and I lost a bunch of money, it's because you weren't properly educated to learn how to trade, right? And there's a lot of mindset that goes into that. So let me show you this. I did a compound calculator and went into geek mode here. Hopefully, and if you see where my math is off, just let me know. You're not going to bust my ego or anything like that. I'm not going to go into a tailspin, but I think I've got all the formulas worked out right here. So they should be, and it just froze. What happened? Oh, there we go. That was weird. Everything just sort of froze up for a minute. So if you can hear me, if you're watching this, just comment real quick. I hear you. I just want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear so that you can hear me just fine. Just comment, I hear you. I really appreciate that. If you're able to do that. So this is my Forex compound calculator that I made up using Google Sheets. I put in the formulas and I figured it out. And if you're looking, I'm going to look over here so I can see the screen. So if you see me looking that way, I'm looking at my other monitor over here. So this is a compound calculator. I went in here and I set this up and basically just put in the formulas to create growth. You'll notice that I started out on Monday, 4/11. I think that was Monday, with a live account of $62.16. The reason it's an oddball number is because I had to transfer Bitcoin in there, and I did that, and it comes up with a weird number. I don't care. My goal was to get it to 70, but anyway, I'm not going to belabor all that. Anyway, $62.16 is where I started out. My very first trade I did it. I got a profit of $12.95, and my daily goal was 20%. I want to have a 20% growth per day. There I went over just a little bit, $12.95, which took my account to $75.11. The next day, and you'll see I have this highlighted. My next day on my next trade, or trade number two, I should say, trade number two, which actually on the 13th, I had a 52.8% increase, which was $39.12, which took my balance to $114.22. Now I'm going to come back to the highlight, the turquoise here. My next trade didn't hit the 20%. I did an 8.72% increase of $9.96. And then, of course, that took me to 124. Today, I went in and did a trade, and I screwed up my stop loss, which happens. I don't know what I was doing. I didn't give myself enough room on my stop loss. I wanted to end my trading today because we're going to holiday weekend by noon Central Standard Time, and this just happened right before that. If I would have let it run a little bit more, I would have been $6 over instead of $6 under. Not a big deal. So I had a negative growth of 6.14%, which was a loss of $7.62, which took me down to $116. Now, at this point, before I initiated this trade at the $124, I actually grew my account from $62.16 to $124, which was a 99.8% growth in basically 3 days. As of today, with this loss, my balance right now is $116.15, which puts me at an 87.52% growth rate. I don't know anywhere in the world, checking account, savings account, or anywhere else, that you can grow your money by 87% in Monday through Friday, right? Now, people are saying, well, why $62.16 or why a low amount like this? Well, the reason I wanted to do this was because I wanted to show you that if you want to learn how to trade, you can start with a very, very low amount of money. If you learn how to trade, learn how, I'm going to emphasize that, learn how to trade. Now, I want to come back to this. The cool thing about our platform is we have an app that you can subscribe to, and I want to explain this. It is called our EX8 app, and this EX8 app is an add-on to the education platform that you get trade ideas. It's not a bot, right? It is not a bot. It's not something that's an automated deal. These are actually educators that go in and analyze the trades. They look at the charts, and then they send it through the app on your phone. Get the app on your phone that says, hey, here's our trade idea that we suggest or that we're looking at doing. And I can basically copy and paste that. Now I'm going to go into my charts and analyze it first to make sure it looks like a trade that I want to accept. So I'm going to analyze it by putting it on my chart. I'm going to look at it and make sure it's something I want to do. And if it's something I want to accept, I go ahead and accept. And as a result of accepting that trade, you can see that I had a 52.8% growth, which is $39.12, which took my account from $75.11 to $114, which is very, very cool. I have not lost any of my initial money from my initial investment, which is cool. And like I said, over the week, I've had an 87% growth. Now, future, right? Again, we can't guarantee, and they always say you can't guarantee past performance, doesn't guarantee future results. If I can continually add 20% to my numbers over the next, by the time I get to trade through, I'm not going to say 30 days because it may not be exactly 30 days, but it'll be 30 trades. At the end of 30 trades, if I can average 20%, I would have added a total growth and have my account at $11,119 at the end of 30 trades, starting out with $62. Now, well, Forrest, if that's the case, then why didn't you want to start with $620 or $6,200? Well, again, my point here is not everybody has $6,200, but there are more people that have 60, right? So let's just throw a zero on here, right? I'm going to put a zero behind my 62 just to prove that point. If I did exactly the same thing, but I had $620, I opened the trade at the same time. I didn't change anything. I just started out with $620, right? Look at that, $620 automatically grew everything. I'd be at $1,162 right now, doing exactly the same thing. Entering the trade the same way, setting my stop losses and my lot sizes and everything exactly the same way. I would be at $1,162. I would still have an 87.52% growth. So this number, the starting number, isn't important. If you follow the rules of trading are important. Let's say somebody says, well, 6,200. Well, if you got 6,200 and you learn how to trade, you would already been at $11,600 here. And then by the end of 30 trades, you'd be at $1,109,144. So following the exact same rules. So let's go back out and take off my zeros. Again, the whole point of this exercise that I'm doing, this challenge that I'm doing, is to show people that you don't have to have big money. And if you do have big money, and I just did that wrong. Let's see, $62. Why is my math not working? Back up, put a period right there and enter. So right, I'm back on track. So the point is, if you do have big money and you do have a lot of money that you can invest, and I always say don't use money that you can't light on fire, and waste, because you notice I did lose some money here. So if you learn how to trade, then you can The starting number is irrelevant, but the point of this exercise, again, the point of this exercise is to show you that if you do want to trade, you don't need to have a lot of money. You just need to have little money. So you can start really little and grow it a little bit over time, and it'll go up and down. Maybe you don't average 20%, maybe you average 5%, right? It doesn't really matter. The point is if you follow the steps, you follow the system, you stay plugged into the educators, you ask questions, you participate in the community, you can make money starting out with a little bit of money. And I'm not going to be mad at the end of 30 trades, whether that takes 45 days or 40 days to grow my account to somewhere right around $11,000. I'm not going to be mad. It's going to be fun, and I'm going to take you on the journey with me. So I love you. I appreciate you. Have an absolutely awesome weekend. Have an absolutely awesome Easter weekend. Jesus loves you. He died for you. He rose for you. And I pray that you know that. Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you on Monday.